Okay, so a Daaltjie. Often when I visit friends' homes in Cape Town and I'm having a lovely sort of Cape Malay meal, we start off with samosas and little Daaltjies, which is like a fritter that's got chili in it and it's got onion in it and spring onion. Sometimes mint goes into it and beautiful chopped coriander, lots of wonderful things, and spinach. Spinach is one of the things that get shredded into that. So what I decided I would do is treat you to my, I don't know if it's an inside out Daaltjie, but it's a modern Daaltjie. Okay, I call it my Daaltjie chip. So you start off with, you can find chili bite mixture in the supermarkets, and if they don't have it, you could use chickpea flour, which is absolutely delicious. And I like to, I always find these commercial mixes don't really have enough substance for me, so I'm going to just add some cumin. I have to add some more cumin to this mixture, not too much because you don't want to sort of overpower it. And I like a little bit of heat, so this is the mother-in-law masala. And I am very definitely, because I haven't got fresh chili, I love a fresh chili in here because as you bite into it, you get this little pop of heat happening, but I'm going to put a bit of chili powder. And basically that's it. It's got enough salt, it's got enough of everything in it. So just make sure that you give this a good old mix. And if you really, really, really want these to pop and to just splatter and be fantastic, I use a little bit of mineral water, sparkling mineral water, to make my batter. Go slow because you can add but you can't take away, and many times I've put too much liquid in, but it's fine. You can rectify that with a bit of self-raising flour. Even flour is fine. What you're looking for here is the consistency that will coat your spinach leaves. Okay, so let's go in with a little bit more. Let me just show you that. Look at that. You can see it's still a little bit dense. It's a little bit still too solid. We want to loosen that up a little bit more. So just keep pouring. Remember, you can add, you can't take away. So have a look at that. We're almost there. Now what I do is I just find it's just ridiculous for me to like take one leaf at a time and pop it into the batter. So what I like to do, you see how this has changed color? Because all of that goodness is already, or that lovely color is already in your chickpea mixture. And you know what? I have to have a bit of turmeric. I'm going to do this thing. Turmeric, because you know it's good for you. I don't have to tell you. And we'll just add another little bit of color with our turmeric. And we'll just, now we'll do a test. Let's just test our spinach leaf. You see, if it's too heavy, what happens is it weighs the leaf down. So you don't want every part of the leaf to be covered. You want it just to be lightly covered. So I'm going to just go and make this a little bit more. These are just delicious. You don't have to be doing any kind of meal. You could be watching the baseball, the cricket, the tennis. It just makes a beautiful snack to pass around, especially if you're having a barbecue or a braai. This is just perfect. I think that's going to do it for me. Let's just give it another try. Remember, when you're doing your spinach, it's like 2 bites, okay? Let's have a look here. Oh, there, look at that. This is perfect. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this whole batter and I'm going to toss it right into my leaves, just one tiny little droplet more. There we go. So I'm going to bring this forward and just throw it all over the leaves. Have a look at that. Lovely, lovely. I'm going to just pop that aside and just give this a good stir so that you know that the leaves are beautifully covered. And then we're going to go to our pan and we're going to deep fry them. So if you follow me, I've already got my oil starting to start warming up, and I want to just give you a nice little tip on how to make sure that it's ready. Oh, look at that. See? It's just coating. It's not heavy. It's not like an overcoat. It's like a little raincoat. Just gives you the cover where you need it. Okay. Now, if you don't have a thermometer, not every kitchen has a thermometer, so we want to just stick this in here. Have a look, see? Yeah. The minute we get the little bubbles starting to surround the spoon, you can use a wooden spoon as well. We're going to do one little test. Let's have a look, see. Let's test it. Oh, look at that. Now, when you're frying, it's the same. I mean, I don't have to tell you that when you are frying, you do not want to overfill your pan, because the minute you overfill the pan, you bring the oil down, you end up with these horrible, soggy little creatures that your mouth is not going to enjoy. So I would say that is just perfect. Now give this a chance to start bubbling and starting to crisp on the outside. Once it's started to crisp, what you're going to do is you're going to lift them out and drain them on some absorbent paper, okay? Don't be too, you can actually feel when you pop this in, you can actually feel that it's a game of patience. It's a game of patience. So while that is happening, I'm going to just keep coating these, and you just keep stirring it around as you go, okay? You just keep stirring. And seriously, it's a waiting game. Have a look here. You can see that these are not completely all heavy. They're almost getting there. I love it when I can start to feel the crisp stuff happening on the outside of the leaf. It's really, really nice. If you just like tap them, you can hear that they are gorgeous and crispy. Have a look at that. You can still see the spinach. This is such a healthy snack, even though it's deep fried. I say you eat about 1,000 meals a year. 10 bad ones ain't gonna kill you, trust me. Okay, these are looking absolutely glorious. Can you hear that? Clunk, clunk, clunk. Just give your oil a few moments to come back up to speed so that it can be really nice and hot. Don't be impatient, because otherwise you're going to have soggy. So let's put one in and do a test. Oh yes, I know my oil's ready because they just plop up to the top like when you make gnocchi. There we go. Oh, love it. Love, love, love. When you make these, you're going to remember Jenny, because these are made with lots and lots of Jenny love. Just keep stirring, guys. Just keep giving it a stir. Rather use the tough-leaved spinach. It doesn't work very well with English spinach because it's got a very high water content and they're very, very thin. And what happens with that is they collapse and just disappear into the oil. So don't do that. Okay, look at those. Look at those. So what I'm going to do is, while these are bubbling away, I'm going to bring my plate here and I'm going to start popping some of them onto the plate. Okay, so let that happen. I'm doing what girls do as we do. We multitask. And what you can add, if you want to this, is you can add, as I say, chopped coriander, chopped spring onions, chopped chilies are actually very, very nice, which we didn't do. Oh, look at that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my lovely chopped greens, and these are going to, the bottom layer is going to be for somebody who can't stand coriander. And believe it or not, some people have an allergy to coriander. They can't stand it because they say it reminds them of stink bugs. So it's a very, very, very real allergy that people have to that. Okay, I'm just going to add this in now because this layer is mine. And just give it a good old mix, nice mix like that. And just mix those spring onions into that. I'll just give this a little check. Give it a turn, look at that. Oh wow, these are looking fabulous. Fabulous, okay. So I'm going to start. Can you hear? Can you hear how crisp they are? That's the sound you're looking for. That is the sound that we are looking for. Okay. These are almost there. Oh yes. And we're going to just keep going until we've done all of these, and then I've got 2 sauces that go with this and some toasted sesame seeds. Sometimes I mix the sesame seeds, use white and use black sesame seeds with it. You can even use linseeds with it as well, but toast the seeds because it just gives you extra flavor, nice depth in it. And then I have used just a commercial, bought a good quality sweet chili sauce, and I've made a wasabi mayo, where I've just taken wasabi powder or wasabi paste, and I've mixed it into some mayonnaise, and we're going to do some lovely little stripes with that. Oh, this is looking so good. All right, in we go with the next lot. And while that is doing its thing, I'm going to put the first layer of sauce and seeds onto. Okay, let's just split that up. That one's a little bit too big. Just don't do what I just did. Now make sure that they are bite-sized. Okay, these are very happy. And there's a little bit of space there. So now it's basically doing a dance. It's like cooking pasta. It needs space to move around and sway. Okay, so let's take this lot, and while that's happening, I'm going to get my garnish. I'll be back. And so now we're going to use the sweet chili sauce. Just give it a layer like that, and with your wasabi mayo. You can even use Japanese mayo if you want to, just straight like that. It's very delicious on its own. And then you put your beautiful seeds. Doesn't that look beautiful? It's looking so gorgeous. So we know that layer belongs to the people who can't stand coriander. Okay, I'm going to give these a nice little turn. These are glorious. I can just hear them. They are so crisp and so delicious. I want to just drain that lot, and we're going to build it, and then I'm going to actually take you to what we have prepared, which you're going to prepare for your family and have so much fun in the South African way. It's Daaltjie, it's modern, and it's delicious.